Welcome to Bible Storytime, and thank you for joining us. To understand the law and the heart of God's people, we have to go back to the very beginning of their journey as a nation, back to a mountain shaking with the presence of God. Today we go to the foot of Mount Sinai. This is the story of the Ten Commandments. The people of Israel were newly free but completely lost. For 400 years they had been slaves in Egypt. Their identity was defined by their masters, their days governed by the whip, their worship corrupted by the gods of a foreign land. Now miraculously, they were in the wilderness, free but fragile. A mob of ex-slaves without a map, without a constitution, without a king. They needed more than just freedom, they needed a foundation. They needed to know who they were and who their God was. And so God called them to a mountain. The scene described in the Bible is one of terrifying glory. Mount Sinai was covered in a thick cloud, blazing with fire. There was thunder and lightning, the loud blast of a trumpet, and the whole mountain trembled violently. The people were afraid, and rightly so. This was not a God made of wood or stone that could be carried in a box. This was the living God, the creator of the heavens and the earth, and his presence was awesome. Moses, their leader, went up into the fire to meet with God, but the book of Deuteronomy tells us something incredible. Moses reminds a new generation, the Lord spoke with you face to face out of the fire on the mountain. This wasn't just a private conversation with Moses. God was making a covenant with an entire people. And from the fire and smoke, God spoke 10 words, 10 commandments that would become the moral bedrock of Western civilization. These weren't just random rules. They were a blueprint for a life of freedom and flourishing. The first 4 commandments were about their relationship with God, the vertical connection. You shall have no other gods before me. In a world filled with thousands of gods, this was revolutionary. God was saying, I am the one, true God, who rescued you. Your loyalty, your worship belongs to me alone. You shall not make for yourself an idols. God cannot be controlled or contained in an object you create. He is spirit, and he desires a relationship, not just empty ritual before an idol. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain. This is more than just avoiding curse words. It means you do not attach God's holy name to an empty promise, a selfish agenda, or a life that dishonors him. Represent him well. Observe the Sabbath day to keep it holy. This was a gift. In a world with no weekends and no days off, God commanded his people to rest. It was an act of trust, a weekly reminder that he is the provider, and our worth is not found in our work. The next 6 commandments were about their relationship with each other, the horizontal connection. This is how you build a healthy society. Honor your father and your mother. This is the foundation of the community. Respect for family creates a stable society that can pass its values from one generation to the next. You shall not murder. Life is sacred, created in God's image. You must protect it. You shall not commit adultery. The family unit is sacred. Protect the covenant of marriage. You shall not steal. Property and provision are sacred. Protect your neighbor's livelihood. You shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. Truth is sacred. Protect your neighbor's reputation and the foundation of justice. And finally, the last commandment, which goes deeper than all the others. You shall not covet. This one goes beyond actions and looks straight into the human heart. God is not just concerned with what you do, but with what you desire. Envy, jealousy, and selfish wanting are the roots from which murder, adultery, and theft grow. God wants to heal us from the inside out. These 10 commandments were not a ladder to earn God's love. The people were already loved, already rescued. This was God as a loving father saying, now that you are free, this is how you live in that freedom. This is how you love me, and this is how you love each other. Today we might see these commandments as restrictive, but they are guardrails. They don't fence us in, they keep us from falling off a cliff. They are the architecture for a life that works, a community that thrives, and a heart that is rightly ordered. They reveal the character of God, a God of justice, faithfulness, purity, and love. And they reveal our own hearts, showing us our need for a grace that goes beyond our ability to keep the rules perfectly. These 10 words, spoken from a mountain of fire 2,000 years ago, are not just ancient history. They are a timeless invitation into a life of love, justice, and true freedom. Thank you for watching Bible Storytime. If this story resonated with you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. These ancient words still hold the blueprint for a better world, because the same God who spoke from the mountain still speaks to the human heart today.